Hi everybody, my name's Doug Wilson. This is Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex. I have a couple of leather elites here that I'm going to show you guys. Well, I just panned over them, but I'm going to show them to you in detail. They're for the same client. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, you know what, I'm going to show this one first. This one's for his daughter. Now this is alligator leather, okay? It's pretty thick stuff, and I tell you, if you've never held one of these leather elites, they feel like something of substance. You know what I mean? It's like, boom, you know what you're holding, right? It's stable. It's bomb-proof. These things, I've told this story a million times. But I had a client who ordered a leather elite, right? He was a guide up in Alaska. So anyway, it turns out that he's crossing a river. He lost his whole rig. The whole rig fell in the water. I don't know if he was carrying it or whatever happened. Didn't get that part of the story. He said it was at night, so he couldn't find it. They had to go back in the morning to find it, and he found it. He went out in the middle where he lost it, looked all around, because he heard it, boom, you know? So, anyway, he dried it off. He said, Doug, it's perfect. No worse for wear, none at all. So, these things are bomb-proof, okay? Now, having said that, it's still leather and you need to take care of it, okay? If you drop it on a rock, it's going to scar, right? That kind of thing. If you cut it with a knife or whatever, it's going to cut. It's going to slice, okay? But since it's bonded to the Kydex, it makes it 100 times tougher, okay? So it's not going to rip. It's not going to, you get what I'm saying? It's quality leather, all right? I spend a lot of money on these leathers, right? That's why you very often don't find guys that do this kind of work, okay? Because it's difficult to do, and the materials are expensive. Okay, so anyway, this is a pocket carry and an in-the-waistband carry. Both. It's both, okay? And how I accomplish that is I take an ulti clip or a discreet carry clip. It depends, okay? And I drill these series of holes so that you have 5 or 6 different ways you can wear this in IWB and pocket carry. Split between both of them, okay? And you can see the holes in it. You can have it vertical like this. This is the way she wants it to come to her. This is for his daughter. Or you can take it off and cant the clip so that the clip is out here and up here. You can push it up, right? And use the holes to keep it there. Okay? So well, it works out pretty good, actually. Okay, so there's a pocket IWB Leather Elite. And it's for Bravo 1. Bark River. I do a lot of Bark Rivers. They are an extremely popular knife company. Okay? So there's that one. You see the combat scallops. You can see why I put the combat scallops in there. Because when you draw the knife, your finger's already there. It's already in, you know, in the finger choil there. In the finger guard. Okay? Now you may have to scoop it up a little bit. Or scoot it up a little bit when you draw, right? But it beats having all that Kydex there and having to draw it from up here, right? Where you may not be able to get your hand on it, all right? So, that's my combat scallops. All right, so there's that one. I even do the thumb ramp. See how the leather wraps around the thumb? This is hard to do This is hard to get all this like this and get it to stay there. All right. So I've been doing this a long time now, and I've kind of perfected it, right? Okay, next one, black alligator. This is what you want. Now I have already coated both of these in a thin layer of snow seal. Okay, you can actually feel it. All right. So all I have to do is buff it, and this will go years before he has to retreat because of the. Okay, so here's a technical term for you. Scarf skin, okay? The skin, the epidermis of the animal is that coating that you see on full grain leather, right? That top coating that's real smooth and you can wax it and it looks good. So, it's called scarf skin, right? That's what basically protects the leather. Your epidermis protects your skin from the elements, right? Degradation. And scarf skin does the same thing. There's other names for it. Epidermis, right? I was always taught it's called scarf skin. I don't know why. Okay? But it's difficult to bond this leather to the Kydex and get it to stay there. And then you can see I take, it's leather dressing. It's leather, like real thick dye, right? That I paint on the edges and it kind of seals it up, right? So, works out real well. And like I said, when you hold these things, man, this feels like a gun. You know what I mean? A gun holster with a gun in it. You know, really thick, nice leather for the belt loops. Okay. Now, every sheath that I build is different. Every one is different. Sometimes I'll use this kind of leather. Sometimes I'll use a little bit thinner. It all depends on the build and the client, what he wants. Okay? But this is a voodoo dangler. He did not want a belt clip on this, but he can put one on. Alright? So, worked out real well. You can see our logo there. I don't know. I have no idea if you can see it or not. But there it is. Okay? Now, and I build my voodoo danglers like this so that they're not so floppy. Right? They're floppy, right? But not... The D-ring actually keeps things fairly stable, right? But you can still flop it around. If you go to sit down, you can put this thing in your lap, you know, that kind of thing. All right? And this is, I forget. I forget which Bark River this is. I'm going to tell you, though. I hate not knowing things. It's the Alpha, Bravo Alpha. Alpha, that's all I have written down there. Anyway, a little bit longer than the Bravo one. All right. Combat scallops. Draw is great. Retention's great. Okay, and that's it for that one. All right, and then this one is just a regular, simple belt carry for a buck 226. Is it buck 226? I know, this is terrible. 664. I was close. It's a few hundred off. All right, buck 664. Nice knife. Feels good in the hand. There it is. Okay. Got a combat lock belt clip on it. I'll put this one upside down. Okay, because it fits better that way. It just fits better. Okay. You can still put it on your belt. Just got to feed it up instead of down. That's all. Okay. And this is black basket weave. Okay. And like I always say, no rhythm, no rattle, no wriggle, no roll. Right? No, none. Zilch. Absolutely none. Okay. that's it. Now, I wanted to show this one here. I just built this for the knife that was given to me by, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name, okay? But here it is, Saved's Knife Making. Okay, he made this. He's Swedish knife maker. We got to talking, and he wanted to use one of my design elements, something that I came up with for building Kydex sheaths, and he was respectful enough to contact me and say, hey, can I use this idea in my sheath making for my clients? That blew me out of the water, because that does not happen very often. Guys just steal your ideas. They don't care. Right? They don't care. So he was very respectful. So he ended up making me a knife so that I could tell him how I feel about it. You know, and this handle, it looks like it might be uncomfortable, right? But it's got a decent palm swell, and it is comfortable because he shaves out the pinch area here, right? He shaves it out so that your finger and your thumb and webbing all fit in there real nice, right? So it's very comfortable. He did a great job. I'm going to do a full review of this thing and put it on the YouTube channel. But, you know, it's simple. It's a simple bushcrafter. I asked him for a bushcrafter with a flat grind. Okay? Flat grind. He does Scandi grinds too, but I have a lot of Scandi grinds. I wanted this one to be a flat grind. And this thing is razor sharp. Razor sharp. Razor sharp. And that was thin paper too. All right, so we're gonna do a video on this guy, but this is the sheath that I built for it, just to get things rolling with it. This is Cryptek Obscura. That's what it's called. It's got another name attached to it, like Obscura Nox, but it's not Nox. Nox is the real dark one. I forget what this one is, but it's in the Obscura series. I like it. It's cool looking. It's a neat looking Cryptek pattern. All right. These scales are Sure Touch G10 in rubber. Now he doesn't normally use this Sure Touch G10. He did it for me. I asked him to do it, right? Because I like the stuff. It's grippy, right? Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. This is Doug Wilson from Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex. Thank you for supporting veteran-owned Yellow Hawk Customs. See ya.